Hello, and welcome to our presentation of the Intensive Hospitality Program. Are you a tourism and hospitality graduate? If so, we have the program for you. It is a program over 2 years where you get to experience 6 different departments of a hotel: front office, concierge, housekeeping, food and beverage, reservations and sales, and conferencing and events. Now, not only do you get to experience all 6 different departments of a hotel, but you get to travel. You get to travel across the world, and as tourism graduates, we know this is exactly what you want. Picture yourself working in the food and beverage department of a 5-star hotel in the middle of Melbourne, a city which thrives off food and beverage, and you're a participant lucky enough to build your career here. What about working in front office in New York City? A city with so much life and so much action. You'll get to learn so much here throughout the 4 months. How about working in London in conferences and events? Maybe you'll get to look after a royal celebration while working here. Travel across to Barcelona to learn the behind the scenes of reservations and sales and find out why this department is so important to the hotel industry. Experience a culture shock in Bangkok, Thailand, and work physically hard in housekeeping, a separate department but one which ensures guest satisfaction. Finally, travel to Tokyo, Japan, and work in concierge. Complete different culture and working environment, but this will teach you to be hospitable to everyone around the world. This is exactly what the program is for, to ensure you are completely well-rounded in a hotel and you graduate with a management position at your most successful sector throughout the program.
We identified high staff turnover as a big issue within the hospitality and tourism industry. Some of the reasons for high turnover identified were low pay, limited career growth within their job, and boredom within the position. A survey of 30,000 Australians last year discovered that the average tenure within hospitality businesses was just 8 months, more than 5 months less than other industries such as retail and construction. It was also estimated that hotels incur a total average cost of $770,000 to replace employees who leave over 1 year. The total industry-wide cost is estimated at $49 million. One of the main reasons for studying hospitality and tourism within our group is our desire to travel the world in a job where we get to network, meet new people, and have amazing life experiences. We also thought about another emerging trend within the hotel industry, the merging of already large hotel groups such as Marriott Starwood and Accor Fairmont to create what we like to call super brands. How can we capitalize on this? So why not use the money for replacing employees to retain already valuable and passionate workers? Sounds simple, right? Or maybe to help employees network and find their niche within the industry. We went on a creative thinking journey to discover how to do this.
We mind mapped our original idea, a product to hotels and a service to staff. You can see this here in the mind map. Moving on to our business model, which is defined as a company plan for how it will generate revenue and make a profit. It explains what products or services the business plans to manufacture and market, and how it plans to do so.
The business canvas model was a great platform for us to start our creative thinking, and it got us thinking about the problems and challenges we may face. One of the main challenges that we faced when forming our program was how we will attract people to something that seems so unstable and complicated. This is where our creative tools came in place to help us find ways to make sure we were looking after our candidates. We realized that we're asking our candidates a lot to move around the world multiple times and also complete different departments. But in saying that, we are creating more valuable employees. So how will we attract people to our program?
We use the design thinking model implemented through a character called Jane.
Wow, Jane really amped us up. We're feeling on top of the world. But now it's time to get down to business using the 6 thinking hats for a more realistic approach.
The blue hat represents process control and management thinking. We use the blue hat when asking ourselves what the purpose of the activity was, when discussing and creating ideas. We discovered the hospitality business had a big turnover of employees, so we used this to start thinking of new programs. We discovered that we want to create an engaging workplace through motivating employees and providing a useful feedback to the next generation of managers. The white hat is all about facts. We look at the information we have, what do we know and what do we need to find out. The white hat helps us to analyze the data and the information that we collected from a survey conducted to William English students. This showed us the amount of international students who are able to travel, work, and who are growing in the industry, then who would want to do a postgraduate program like this around the world. We also know that the majority of people who want to do this were young and experienced, looking for career development. The green hat represents creativity. This is where we developed the creative solutions to our problems and came up with the IHP. With green hat thinking, we had new perceptions and new ideas.
What could make this program exciting? Maybe we could introduce day or short trips paid for by the company to improve satisfaction and to take away from day-to-day stress, or even have a company plane that flies candidates to their destinations.
Yellow hat is all about positivity and optimistic viewpoints that help us to see all the benefits of the decisions and the value in it. So when we wore the yellow hat, we considered that the postgraduate opportunity is overseas, which is what the tourism graduates want, in the hospitality industry, providing international recognition to the students. However, we know that the intensive hospitality program has to be innovating and interesting, international user-friendly, time and money saver, where we combine travel, work, learning all together. This ensures the success of the program.
Our intuition tells us that this program would be an amazing opportunity that would enhance future career prospects and perspective and create loyalty and satisfaction within the company. But it also made us think about whether we might get homesick or what kind of testing would need to be done to ensure we're attracting the right kind of people. We all agreed that if this was presented to us, we would grab it with both hands, but might have some reservations. The black hat made us ask questions about why this might not work. What if everyone drops out? How do we promote development in a high-paced environment? What about visa requirements? It was evident we needed to take this into consideration before we went ahead, and decided there would need to be an extensive process to attract the right people and ensure it would be seamless. After using such a structured approach like the 6 thinking hats, we really needed to let our creativity flare again. The random input model was perfect for this. Firstly, we selected 3 words and tried to tie them all together. This is how it went. Let's look at the word travel. What's the first thing that you imagine? A plane, the world, a bucket list? Now let's check out some of the phrases that come to mind as listed below. To widen our perspective, we also added in some synonyms, something which is not normally considered when using the random input model. The synonyms helped us to broaden our perspective. Now, I know it's hard to think about the second word without rolling your eyes, but let's think about it constructively. What is work? Is it labour, effort, output, or is it just earning money? On the other hand, it could be something that you're really passionate about, networking with other people and gaining recognition for something. Again, we looked at some synonyms to see what some of the different words are for work and how we can think about it more broadly. The last word we chose to focus on was the word grow. When you imagine it, you might see a tree growing or a flower that's blooming. To us, what comes to mind? Is it natural development, existence, expanding? When you grow, you're healthy. Again, the synonyms help us to expand our knowledge and even grow our knowledge on what we think about with the word grow. The word grow was really important in our idea because it has so many meanings in so many ways. How amazing would it be to have a program for people genuinely passionate about hospitality and tourism, taking them on a journey to discover their potential, new cultures, and providing a more exciting workplace? Using the 3 random input words really enabled us to think about what we could create. The random input model also enabled us to address some underlying problems that could arise. Networking can help people to make friends and minimize the risk of becoming homesick. What about a WhatsApp group or weekly Skype sessions for all candidates to support each other? Balancing out the intensive nature of the program through providing out-of-work activities could also assist in reducing stress. At this point, we were proud of how we were tackling some of the big issues. Scambar is a creative thinking tool which uses the acronym to generate new ideas for products and services. We use this as our final tool to expand on what we thought was our polished idea.
S is for substitute. The intensive hospitality program can substitute the 6 different departments with a choice of working in 2 departments. This creates a full experience in 2 departments rather than the 6 in the original program. Replacing the experience over multiple departments is to refine it to the 2 to get the most out of the program and the most out of those individual departments. C is for combine. The IHP can be combined with scholarships so eligible university students are able to have work experience, rather than the program only being offered to frontline staff. This gives passionate students the chance to get into the industry and learn skills to become highly employable. We used this on our final idea of the IHP, and it altered from the very original idea. A is for adapting and adjusting. The IHP is adapting ideas from other programs and allowing participants to travel throughout the program and learning different cultures and environments while on the program. This helps the participants learn the other way people want to be treated as guests, the full experience of hospitality. M is for maximize and minimize. This program can be reduced in time and be a 1-year program. Every 2 months, the participant can change department, learning the basics of each department rather than a full in-depth knowledge. We did alter this from our original idea of a 3-year program down to a 2-year program. The program can also be extended in the length and go for 4 years. The participant will be able to stay in each department longer and thus learning more in-depth information to graduate with. However, we did not think this was suitable for the program. P is for put to other use. The IHP can be used to further already managers' skills. This can be a refresher program, and all managers who want to stay as managers must pass the knowledge in each department to become better at their job, as well as getting the certificate of completion. E is for eliminating the worldwide travel aspect and limiting it to an individual country. This means the participant can choose a country to go to for the entire 2 years. The participant will get to travel away from their home country for an experience, but will not be eligible to travel around multiple locations for the 2 years if we are eliminating the travel aspect of the program. We decided not to do this due to the market of tourism students and the fact that we knew they would want to travel throughout the program. And finally, R is for rearranging or reversing. The IHP can be rearranged so the participants come into the program as newly appointed managers and are to experience all departments of a hotel. Instead of participants wanting to be managers, these participants are already the managers as the program has been put into reverse. This will help managers be better at their job and in the departments.
As a team, we believe this program would be successful if integrated into a large-scale organisation. It is tackling the big issue of staff turnover in the hotel industry and uses the qualities of our generation to come up with a program that would suit the needs of today's emerging leaders. Through using creative thinking tools, we were able to add to our original idea and create a more refined and realistic program which we believe is adaptable to different people, but also protects the large-scale company from investing in people who are not committed to the process.
I learned that there are many business opportunities which need to be addressed within the industry. It was interesting to discover the depth in which you can investigate a simple idea and continue to grow it through research and using creative tools. The journey of discovery was complex, challenging, but really important to the outcome of our idea, the IHP. Overall, the collaborative practice was interesting as well as inspiring, and I will be able to take these new skills to my workplace and into the future.
I consider myself really bad at communication when working in the team, to be honest. However, this group assignment have a chance to create something new that I never think of, which is creating a business that will be different to any existing. It was hard to at the start when everyone could not find the good ideas and their own way. We got in trouble when a new idea came out. However, we chose that we are good at, which is the hotel, because most of us came with hotel background, and it's good to work with people who have experience in the area.
I have learned during this process that innovation is working all together and building a project from collective ideas. So you can do it you cannot do it alone. For innovation, you need partners and tools. The best innovation comes from collaboration and teamwork. Encourage innovation within a team. That during the process, generating ideas can be also the most painful and stressful time. Also, we discovered that the best way to kick start the idea generation process might be to mix things up. So brainstorming, six thinking hats, and discovering the ideas and delivering them could be the most important practical job skill acquired that improve with practice. So in conclusion, I believe innovation is not only about doing new things, but also is about establishing a new way of working with your teammates.
Before this assessment, I believe I was quite independent in my thinking and was under the impression I didn't really need other people to come up with the creative ideas. In saying that, I've never really had to come up with big ideas like this program before. I was wrong in thinking this because the diversity of the group not only improved my resilience but also enabled me to think outside the box. I'm going to take the creative tools I've used into the workplace to enable others to think creatively.
Thank you so much for listening to our presentation on the Intensive Hospitality Program. We really hope you enjoyed and learnt something new.